All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long, salty minute since I've done any videos. And the reason is because I've been busy. I've had so much going on at the shop. I've bought I bought a rental house that I've been doing a ton of renovations on. I started up my wheel tire business. I started up a small mechanic shop. And that's all been in the last 2 months, so you guys can imagine how busy I've been. And on top of that, I've done some stupid things too. My wife hates it. All my friends think I'm an idiot. But I have to show this thing off. Welcome to my 89 Lolo. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid and I'm so white. But this car is cool. A buddy of mine has a pawn shop. And he called me and says, hey, got something in that you might be interested in, or you might know somebody that might want it. I'm like, sure. Shoot me some pictures of it. Let's see what's going on. And well, there it is. 89 Caprice. It's got some smudges on the door from me. But she's sitting on 13s, full hydraulics. It's only got 4 switches on it. It will do 3-wheel motion. I'll get this thing out here in a little bit and we'll go over it. I've gotten the Donzi pretty well wrapped up. Got the wrap on it, and then sometime this week we're going to be doing a new bottom coat on it. So get the bottom paint done. Rub rails going on tomorrow. I've got to get the cowls repainted on the rear, and we'll get those things done. And then the Donzi will be ready for the water. And we're going to try to do a trip to Bimini this year. Hopefully the hurricane hasn't taken it out. Irma did some damage down the Bahamas. I don't know if Bimini was struck or not. But that's kind of the goal with that boat. And I mean, guys, it looks really good. I took a $30,000 boat and made it, I'm hoping, worth 55-ish. We did a lot of work. Did a lot of work to the top. You know, this boat we repainted this boat from about there up all the way around. I'll see if I can find some pictures of it, maybe post it. I had it on Instagram, what it looked like before and what it looked like afterwards. And the guy that did the wrap just knocked it out of the park. Looks great, looks awesome. But kind of the reason I wanted to talk to you guys is the Delorian. She stalled out on me. And not my fault. I mean, not really anything I did wrong. What happened is I used to get all my parts from a guy out of Texas. I think his name was John Harney. I don't know. He had basically he really focused on Delorians and mechanical fuel injection. And I made a big order. You guys were with me, June or July. I made a big order, and I waited and I waited and I waited for the parts. And I think probably a month and a half went by. I called him and said, hey. I called and I left a message. I said, hey guys, I'm kind of doing this project on YouTube and I want to get it going, but I'm waiting on parts for you guys. And some of the stuff is critical, like the brake lines. I need brake lines from the calipers to the frame. And I need the idle speed motor. And idle speed motor was the biggest one. It kept us from running. And I called him and left a message. Week went by, I didn't hear anything. Sent him an email, said, hey guys. And I kind of got shitty with it and I shouldn't have. All right guys, sorry about that. Got really interrupted, business as always. But back to my story. So by now I've sent 2 emails to the Delroean parts place, and I've not heard anything from them. So finally, after about another week, so can't call them, can't get a hold of them by email. So another week goes by, and I get an email, and it was basically an apology saying, hey, you know, family sickness, we're gonna be behind a little bit on parts. And I'm cool with that, man. Just let me know a little ahead of schedules, because I really want to get this thing done, because the sooner I get it done, the sooner I can ship it out. And you know what, we can move on. We can go to the next project, which I've got a cool one coming. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I send an email back and say, okay, do you know how long it might be? They're going, well, this illness has happened pretty quick. We're behind on orders. When we get to you, we'll get your stuff out as soon as possible. You know what? That's cool. I really want my parts, but I understand. Family and health, paramount to everything else going on. So cool. I'll move on to something else. Not a big deal. I got plenty of crap to work on. So a couple weeks later go by, and I haven't got anything yet. So I sent an email, and I'm like, listen, I don't know what's holding you guys up. That's kind of a dick. I don't know what's holding you up. I don't know why you can't respond and tell me what's going on. Can I just get some kind of information? And 20 minutes later, I get an email back saying that the owner of the company had passed away. which is a real bummer because number one, I was a real dick. I was a real dick on that email, and I felt bad. And number two is his parts are a ton cheaper than all the Delroean guys that are online. You know, DMC Florida, DMC Texas. His stuff's cheaper, and I think better quality, especially considering the fact that you can get the fuel line still braided, and those guys don't offer that stuff. So his stuff was top-notch quality, and I'm going to miss not being able to get those parts. So that stalled me out because I need an idle speed motor, and the ones that everybody else sell are twice as much, and they don't fit in the bracket. So then I got to make a bracket that won't be factory looking, and my brake lines, once again, I'm just kind of SOL at this point. I can have some made, and that might be the route we go, because from the frame to the calipers are all gummed up, and I mean I can't even stick like a coat hanger. I couldn't get a coat hanger through them. So that's kind of where we're at with the car. You know, at least it runs, it kind of idles, it kind of does some stuff that it's supposed to, but I'm to the point now where it's the little stuff, and the little stuff is what's going to take me forever, and not being able to get the parts I need is going to suck. So for now, that's kind of the state of the Delorean, kind of where it's been in the last 2 or 3 months, and I hate it because I really want to get it going. I got real excited, and I haven't been excited since I own this car. Maybe it's just because it's not my cup of tea, but it's not a cool car. It looks cool, but that's about all it's got going for it. So, you know, we're going to be heading towards the low. I've got my F350 that I swapped the Cummins in right there. It runs, it drives. The only thing it's lacking is, you know, obviously a good paint job, and the air conditioning doesn't work. Maybe we'll pull it out in the meantime, waiting for the Delorean. We've gone out and raced our little legend cars. Wife has got particularly smooth, not particularly so fast, but smooth a winter race. So we're out there just playing. We did a race last weekend, and she finished ahead of me, and just because she's smooth, and I ran out of gas, but we don't tell anybody that. So she actually placed higher than I did. I finished dead last, and I only spun out 3 times, and I think she's got some video of that. I'm not sure if she does. I'm gonna put it up here, and yeah, I did real good until I ran out of gas and or ability. Or talent. I guess I should say I ran out of talent. I ran out of talent real quick. I think the second lap I had that thing spun around. And I think the third lap I spun around. And then I didn't spin around again until the second practice session. And that time I spun around and went backwards. I had traffic coming at me at 100 miles an hour. So that was all fun and games. And we'll get into those sometime. Maybe I'll get my GoPro and set it up for a practice session or something. It's really cool, guys. I mean, if you've never raced a car before, which I haven't, my first practice session, my first practice lap, I spun out. And it just tells you, I can drive a lot of things well. It took talent. And the guys that drive these and drive them fast, and those kids that drive them fast, my hat's off to them. I'm not that good of a driver yet. But you can see we've cleaned some shop out. And I don't really have anything on this side of the wall that we're going to work on. Everything we're really going to do is the Donzi and the F350. So guys, I appreciate you watching kind of the update. I know it's not real exciting, we're not making a lot of progress, but the good thing about it is my tire wheel business is taking off. I've just got some stuff laying around. Put a wheel up on there. That's off of Kia on the wheel straightening machine. That thing right there, it's got a huge crack in it. I'll show you. So put this on the machine and had just a little bitty bend right here. And as soon as I tighten up that last lug nut, it cracked all the way across. So that wheel's junk. But you can see we've been selling tires, moving wheels and tires. I got a wheel over there I got to fix, but we're getting